This is Humera.
Her honest and trustworthy problem with her email. Here he is talking about how they had a little, how they huddled, and she explained that she had made some boo-boos.
Hillary and I talked about this personally, and then we sat down within minutes after I was rolled out as her running mate to do a 60 Minutes interview, and she said, I made a mistake. I screwed up, and I've learned something, and I'll do it differently. That's been the way she's pitched it to me, and I think that's the honest response, and I've heard her say that a number of times.
That's after this weekend she told Chris Wallace that she never said anything wrong to begin with to the public or to the FBI. But that's probably her 10th response that she's had to her private email server. Let's take a look back at a montage of all the different things Hillary Clinton has said about this private email server.
The laws and regulations in effect when I was Secretary of State allowed me to use my email for work. I saw it as a matter of convenience, and it was allowed. Others had done it. It was legally permitted. Number one, first and foremost. Everybody's acting like this is the first time it's ever happened. It happens all the time. Nothing I sent was marked classified. Every government official, and this is a legal theory, not just a theory, it's a legal rule, gets to choose what is personal and what is official. Director Comey said that my answers were truthful, and what I've said is consistent with what I have told the American people.
And on Wednesday, she said the same thing again. Director Comey says consistent and truthful, despite the independent fact checker giving her 4 Pinocchios in the Washington Post. So just she's still saying the same thing. Yeah. And earlier, they said people inside the Clinton camp are getting frustrated with that answer because it's making their life miserable because they got to do all this troubleshooting.
Well, it's not like we don't have the tape. Yes, it happened right around the 4th of July, so a lot of people were on vacation when James Comey came out and gave that press conference. But we can't forget that he said, when she said, I never sent or received any classified information that was classified at the time, his investigators actually found 110 incidents where that's not the case.
Right, and the key was he said she was careless, and then when she says stuff like that, where she's trying to explain it away, it was better the way Tim Kaine explained it. You know, she should go with his answer. I made some mistakes. I blew it. I was careless. And then people would move on, right?
All right.
Maybe not.
Speaking of moving on.
Rough week, dodging claims that the U.S. paid ransom to Iran. So this was probably some pretty bad timing.
I think we have some interns in the back. Welcome. Good to see you in this exercise in transparency and democracy. Is
that what it is?
He thinks that's funny. Well, reporters in the room immediately bursting into laughter at the idea that the State Department is actually being transparent after a week of dodging questions on Iran. Well, dozens of real-life wise guys now sitting in the slammer this morning. The feds arresting nearly 50 mob suspects from some of the biggest crime families in the United States. Among them, Joey Merlino, a reputed Philadelphia mob boss. Other names are something like out of a movie. Tony the Wig, Mustache Pat, and Big Vinny. The charges range from sports gambling to firearms trafficking and also to arson, so serious charges. Look at those guys right there in the pokey this morning.
Tales coming up.
And President Obama pens an essay in Glamour magazine about the strides women have made, calling himself a feminist. But under his watch, the news for women, not as good as you would think. We take a closer look at him in just a moment.